back to life between the trees. Today we're talking about what may or may not happen with 24 model SHERCOs. In particular the two-strokes today. That's what I ride at the moment. Yeah, I'll just have a bit of a chat, rumours, what we think will happen, all that sort of stuff. Stay tuned, we'll find out together. I posed the question at the start, what do we think will happen for the 24 models, and these are just my thoughts, rumours that are running around, all that sort of stuff. I don't have any hard and fast inside knowledge, just what we expect to happen. So keep that in mind as you watch the video. Some inferences from previous press releases and the release of the new 23 model trials range, that sort of stuff. So yeah, we can imagine what will happen. The list is also a bit of things we'd like to see change, and things that owners get concerned about, things that may have already been mentioned to the factory and they may already be working on. So there's a lot of good feedback from the factory from the dealers, and then also the company SHERCO themselves seem to be very quick to change. So as soon as a problem is known, they want to be there engineering a fix for it and releasing it straight away. So we've seen that on a few different things before. Starter motor Bendix early on, was at the end of 2017, start of 2018, they came up with a fix, and it was a replacement under warranty for bikes and on the new models. Getting back to the subject matter, first elephant in the room, fuel injection on two-stroke. Right, don't call it TPI. TPI is a brand, it's a type, it's what KTM use on their three bikes. They've just recently reverted to throttle body injection. What do I think? I think throttle body injection will be what SHERCO use. I think they've seen the failings of the TPI system. This is all personal speculation, of course. We've just seen the 23 model trials bikes released, and bold as you like, fuel injection with the throttle body. So would they be smart to rationalise parts and keep the throttle body the same on all the bikes? Certainly they would. Could they continue and use the Synerject throttle body off the four-stroke? Yes, they could. The brand name on the trials bike is visible, it's not Synerject. Perhaps they'll change brands, they might end up with Cayenne fuel injection, or maybe Mikuni. Let's hope not. That's a possibility, you know. Yeah, my personal feeling is we've had announcements, press announcements from SHERCO themselves a few years ago saying that they will have to go to fuel injection somewhere around about the 24-year model to meet new emission laws, and it's going to be impossible for building one bike for all markets and catering to people that want to hang on to 1900s tech and use the carburetor. Are the carburetors on the bikes now good? Yes, yes they are, they're very good. Got one on this bike, it's jetted properly, stock carburetor, stock SHERCO jets and needles, stock available parts from the SHERCO catalogue is what I mean there, but not what the bike came with. Runs great, don't have any problems with it. The vague question was asked of the factory, should you go to fuel injection would you have mapping for off-road racing and for road use? And the answer was an unequivocal yes. So we have that situation currently on the 4-stroke bikes. They come with a little catalyst in the exhaust, they've got an oxygen sensor, they've got mapping for approved road use. So a question that I raised at one point was, if we do go to EFI across the board, can we get some kind of owner connection for the ECU, even for just idle speed setting, trouble codes, that sort of thing. You know, nothing to reprogram it or all that sort of stuff, just, you know, reset the throttle position sensor if you change one, see the engine data, you know, look for trouble codes if something goes wrong. So hopefully that's something that they do add. Didn't get a direct yes or a no back, so time will tell. But yeah, hopefully that's something we do get. Yamaha has their power tuner on their WR range, the YZ range. You know, that might even be a possibility, something like that, which would be fantastic. And in all honesty, it's something that owners really need. I mean, yes, in Europe you might only be an hour, half an hour from your nearest dealer, but you know, some countries like Australia and America are quite big. There is a good dealer network in Australia. Some of the dealers here aren't as clever as some of the other ones. My best dealer is 2 hours away. I've got one that's only 20 minutes away, but they're a multi-franchise dealer that took SHERCO on in the back end, and they do not know anything about the bikes at all. An owner connection is quite important. On that subject, owner troubleshooting and all that sort of stuff, the owner's manual is very brief. A lot of the information is old in some manuals. They do try and update it, but what we'd like to see is a comprehensive workshop manual with the bike. It's a race bike after all. Not everybody races, but for people that do, it's very handy to be able to rebuild the bike and have all the torque settings, the data, the measurements and all that stuff available in a factory manual. What Yamaha do. So yeah, more comprehensive workshop manual with the bike. What other things would we like to see? Obviously, everybody would love to see the KYB suspension stay. Best thing that ever happened to the brand was distancing themselves from WP. Been a real point of difference, not having to definitely revalve your bike every time you buy it. This bike is still standard suspension and just clicker adjustments, and great for what we do in here. So yeah, it's much better than having to buy $14,000, $15,000 bike and spend more money.
So the bikes are due for a generational change. They started out in about 2014 and were quite similar, 2014, 2015, 2016. 2017 they had some bigger changes, and they rolled through, particularly in the two-stroke, till the end of 2018, where they had a new engine with the power valve direct on the head. And then they also, 2019, some geometry changes and another update to the motor in 2021. From 2021 to now, they're quite similar. Plastics changes, minor updates, a few improvements here and there. So by 2024, we'll be looking for probably, in my estimation, a new frame design, new plastics, and obviously to do with EFI, certainly big changes to the engine. So that is about where we're up to. I reckon by 2024 we'll be looking at what will essentially be likely to be an all-new bike.
That'll do. So with that generational change, what can we expect? Well, or what would we like? Hopefully better plastic fitment. Plastics are a problem. The later bikes like we have now, from about 2017, they got Polysport, the manufacturer of their plastics, to change the blend of the plastic so that it was a bit more flexible, and by and large that sorted out any breakages with owners that they were having, complaints of them being brittle and all that stuff. So yeah, just a lot of owners comment, like my bikes, I've had 3. Only one of those has had good, neat treatment of the plastics, particularly around the shroud to the side panel area. Hopefully they might go to a one-piece shroud or something that bolts together. It's at the seam and clips on everywhere else, something like that. That'd be nice. Obviously we'll get a style update. Something that we hope they keep is the nimble handling and the way the chassis seems to find traction. I'm constantly amazed by the amount of traction that the bike can find. It seems to, I don't know, it sounds a bit wanky, but maybe it's to do with their trials heritage that, you know, it just seems to be able to find amazing traction wherever you ride. Another thing on the wish list for many owners of particularly the two-stroke 250-300 riders, clutch weight and clutch durability. So Sherco have for quite some time now run the Adler brand clutch. They don't make it themselves, they buy a clutch package off Adler, and it's got very heavy springs on it. Many owners with lightly built hands complain about the weight of the lever. It's not terrible, but it is heavier than other brands, other current brands. So on the wish list might be a change of clutch brand, or at least a redesign of the clutch. There's been a bit of a cloud over supplier quality of clutch plates from Adler. Some bikes, like mine, I've done over 100 hours now. I had my clutch part at about 75-80 hours, measured everything, it was all in spec, put it all back together, I've had no problems. So I'm now at 105 hours. still going strong, still heavy. A couple of the other brands run a disc spring clutch, so that takes away the traditional coil springs of the old school clutch, and replaces that with basically a dirty big bent washer that flexes. You pull in the clutch and make it flat, and it wants to stay bent when it's released. It pushes out on the clutch plates and holds them in position. It's called a Belleville washer for those playing along at home. Then it's not a new thing, it's a new design in clutches, well, certainly on dirt bikes. So the Austrian 3 bikes use it, and also now Beta uses that design as well on their clutches. So you get the same clamping force for much less lever effort. Another important item would be air filter access and better sealing. So air filter access is, let's put it out there, it's poor. If you've got mechanic sized hands, you wear size 11 boots, you're that kind of person, you can't get your hands in there cleanly to do a quick, efficient air filter change. In a race situation, the bottom of it is difficult at best to tell that it's seated unless you pull the side cover, and that's a couple more bolts. If you've got a 10-minute work period in an enduro, then it's just extra time. So many bikes back, I had an 05 WR Yamaha that had 2 deuce fasteners on the side panel. You pop those with a gloved hand, you can open them. You pull the clip off the air filter, and the air filter fell out. You can access it and come out of the side of the bike. You've got your new air filter and you put it in there, put the spring clip back on it, and close the door. Easy. Yahoo! Yeah, buddy. I'm happy with that. So what about yourselves? What changes do you think will happen, and what would you like to see? Drop us a message down in the comments. Catch you next time. Life between the trees.